Onto this, anti-Elon Musk protesters are taking their anger out on Tesla cars and dealerships. We have brand new photos of the man accused of firebombing a Tesla dealership in Salem, Oregon, causing $500,000 worth of damage. Surveillance photos show the suspect walking towards the Tesla dealership before Molotov cocktails were thrown at the building, a red Tesla bursting into flames, and then the suspect allegedly threw a rock and shattered the dealership window. When investigators arrived on the scene, they found more Molotov cocktails in the parking lot. And on top of this violence, the liberal media is now mocking Elon Musk, celebrating the failure of SpaceX's latest rocket launch. Watch.
Tonight, Elon Musk blew something up and disrupted the lives of thousands of Americans. For the second time in less than 2 months, a rocket launched by Elon Musk's company SpaceX exploded and rained potentially dangerous debris down over a wide area of Earth, causing real chaos for planes and airline passengers.
It is the second consecutive Starship test flight from Elon Musk's company to end with destruction.
All I could think about was, oh, I can't sing.
No, please don't. That's good. That's good. We got it. We understand how painful that was for y'all out there. Just as watching these things blow up. His response to all of this was rockets are hard. And Mr. Musk, if they're so hard, why don't you go back to your day job and work that out and leave those of us who do government to do government? Because you can't do both.
Wait, he doesn't do government. I thought they got rid of him at the RNC because he doesn't do government.
A TV host, yeah.
Well, wait a minute. Nobody would ever confuse me with doing government. I mean, unless I wanted to.
You wouldn't lie about it either.
No.
Well, here's the thing. It's so patently unacceptable, I think, to root for any kind of damage like that, because there's a real fine line between burning cars in the parking lot and, oh, it's only, damage to things. What if someone was working late? What if you threw and the wind gusted? There is no end to the possibilities. And for there to cheer failures of that rocket ship, for them to cheer burning of Tesla car, there is no place for that here.
So the question that I have, and the liberal network that, look, and never by the grace of God could go anybody, but right now they're failing miserably and firing their people. So I couldn't be all wrong on that. But why would you wish for the death of the American economy? Why would you be against Americans? I don't think this is new. This is like when we saw the big crop up of anti-Semitism in this country last year. Where do you think it lived? Right next door. So these people who hold these views against America, this isn't like some rash that just came on. No, this is an infectious thing that's been around for a long time, and this is how they really feel. So think about that when they try to get you to vote for them, or as Michael Steele tries to convince you that he's in government, think about that. He's a talk show host.
And innovation does not come, obviously, without trial and error. There are multiple no's before the yes. Every superstar has that story, professional athletes, Olympians, and the like, including our space program, like the Mercury program, where there were explosions and losses of life. So to mock this trial and error period for someone that is putting themselves out there for the betterment of society, to me, just shows how ignorant these talking heads are, how embarrassing that they are, that they're continued to be given amplified positions.
Yeah, I mean, what they're trying to do is they realize they don't have a message, as we talked about, to the American people. So what they're trying to do is make Elon Musk this boogeyman. And they want him to be the boogeyman, just maybe kind of drive up turnout from Democrats in midterms and have really stoke fear as if Elon Musk is doing something so spooky, when really all he's doing is trying to make our government more efficient, trying to root out a lot of the waste, fraud, and abuse. And so what do? You just start running these stories, mocking someone who is really, as you said, trying to focus on American innovation, which is something that benefits all Americans, not just one side of the aisle, but all Americans benefit from these types of explorations. And so it's sad to see somebody on the news making that kind of play.
Yeah, that's the first time I heard that. Michael Steele, leave government to those of us who do government. Mr. Steele, we tried that. And you know what you gave us? $36 trillion in debt, $9.1 trillion in inflation, 8 million people crossing the border, the fall of a country and the death of 13 heroes, and wars in 2 others. So we've let the government people try, and they've failed. Now let Elon Musk and Donald Trump, and rooting against SpaceX, for those who did that in that soundbite, they're trying to get 2 astronauts who have been stranded since the Biden administration out of space. So don't you dare root against SpaceX. Root for those 2 astronauts.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you are showing up to a Tesla dealership dressed all in black, throwing Molotov cocktails and causing a car to explode, that's not just vandalism. That's a threat against somebody's life, and it should be treated as such.
Terrorism.
It absolutely is. And apparently, there are so many threats against Elon Musk right now, according to Lawrence, that his private security team had to be deputized so they could bring their gun to more events around the president. So it's just very unfortunate. This rhetoric only causes more damage.
Which is why it's incumbent upon those figures to understand the influence they have and to condemn all of this violence.
That's right.
And to not cheer for failures.